was in a classroom in the next building. It had 30-some people in a room, and I was teaching a Bible class on something unrelated to spirits and stuff like this. And someone asked a question. It had something about a stronghold. And they said, "Hey, Pastor, what's a stronghold?" And I said, "Well, it's a thing where something's pretty strong against your life and stuff like this." And that just didn't go well for them. They wanted more. And then they said, "Well, tell us, how do we know if we have one?" And I said, "Well, you pray and God will show you if you have one or whatever." And it just wasn't good enough either. "Can you show us?" "Really?" So I said, "All right." I said, "In Jesus' name right now, I speak specifically to any stronghold that's had authority over someone's life in this room. And if you're under the sound of my voice, I command you to show yourself to them right now." It's very interesting, you might see. I watched people's body react. I waited for about 2 minutes. I said, "In Jesus' name right now, I just bind anything under the sound of my voice that is not of God." It stops right now. Everyone kind of said, "Okay, open your eyes." They looked at me. "Well, there you go. Anybody have anything they want to say?" The gentleman right over here in this front corner of the table said, "Well, I kind of felt like I needed to pick up this table and throw it at you. Does that mean anything?" Well, you might have a stronghold if you feel like picking up the table and throwing it at your instructor. And I had someone else said, "I don't know, my hands are kind of fuzzy right now. I can't see right." So I just said, "In Jesus' name right now, I just speak to that thing." I knew exactly what it was. And I spoke to it, and the person just falls out on the floor. Now the young man next to the person who's on the floor, now that was the show. But everything the Spirit was doing, that didn't matter. What the person next to him was doing was spectacular. The young man is going, looking at me like, "Come help me!" And I just said to him, "Tell it to stop. You, tell it to stop. That's your friend down there. Tell it to stop." And so it was like, "In Jesus' name, stop!" And stop. Did you stop? Wasn't it around? And he literally goes like this. It works. I had a friend call me from Chicago. One of my interns called me from Chicago. And he kept calling me on the phone. He answered the phone. He said, Rick, I need you right now." I said, "What is it? What's going on?" "Well, so this girl, and she's now like slithering around the parking lot in this mall. I don't know what to do. I said, "Tell him to stop." He said, "How do I do that?" "Tell it to stop." "Well, you do that stuff. I don't do that stuff." "Why not?" "Tell it to stop." And I hear him on the cell phone. "In Jesus' name, stop!" Wow! He works on the phone. Here's my point. It's a lie to think that we have to be victims to the enemy's schemes. We must be sober. We must be accurate. Not frivolous about it. Because the enemy plays for keeps. I was at work one day, and I received a call. There was a frantic woman who was on staff in our ministry. She called me, and she said, "Rick, you gotta come up here right now. You gotta come up here right now. You gotta get up here right now." I said, "What's going on?" "It's my son, he's dead." I'll be right there. Drove up there, and her son had hung himself, and was still hanging. Sheriff had not gotten there yet. I moved the family out of the main house into another house that was nearby. And I began to try to put pieces together and insert everything was ready when we got there. And I had a spirit come up behind me over my right shoulder. And with great clarity said, "So I can't touch flesh and blood, huh?" I said, "In Jesus' name, get out of this house right now. You leave now. Now. Leave. Leave." minister friend of mine from Florida call me. Within 2 to 3 minutes of that encounter, he calls me. He said, Rick, what's going on? I was just in prayer, and I heard the Lord tell me that one of the young ones got stolen. What's going on? I said, Doc, I said, I'm here with an 18-year-old who's just taken his life. Right now. I said, he's hanging right now, man. And I said, dear Lord, you got it now. This is why I don't play with my theologies. This is why I don't care what you think. I care what the Lord says. There's nothing comfortable about dealing with spirits. There's nothing fun or glamorous. But the enemy plays for keeps. And if your theology doesn't give room for you to wage war at that level, your theology is immature. You're borderline irresponsible if you're trying to use something else to make up for the simple fact that the enemy wants to take you out. This is what we're built for. I'm just going to go to Mark 16 quickly. Mark 16 is the go with gospel. It's what it's labeled as. And I've been through this process so deep on Mark 16. I'll tell you about snakes if you want to. Was anybody ready to go pick up snakes? No, that would be stupid. But people have tried to get around Mark 16 and 17 all sorts of different ways by saying, well, maybe in the ancient manuscripts, it didn't really say that we had to cast out demons. It said something else. But the only reason they make up those theologies is because their life doesn't match up to them. I think it's the basics. That's why I asked you. The last 6 months, last year, when's the last time you encountered the enemy? Not just in your own life, but you help someone else get free of something. This is the children's bread. I wasn't going to share this, but a friend of mine, not a friend of mine, he's an acquaintance. He was the deliverance pastor for Ted Haggard at New Life Church. He brought in all the Nigerian pastors. I called him up once and said, Joseph, I don't know what's going on. It's really tough right now. And he's a huge Nigerian dude. He goes, let me guess. You American Christians think Christians can't have demons. Silly Christians. It's the children's bread. Exactly what he told me. Anywhere in the world, anywhere else in the world, it's the privilege of us as children in the kingdom of God to stand with each other, to help each other through spiritual things when the enemy and the wiles and the schemes of the enemy are halting you in your journey, battling you in the gap. We must stand with each other soberly, humbly come alongside each other and stand and use everything we have to bear for each other. This way we don't gossip about each other. We don't drag each other down. This is the process of encouraging each other through the journey because there is one to kill, and it's not the flesh and blood of those people here in this room. This is the children's bread. So with this, I'm going to do an exercise with you, and we're going to show this at work. It is most likely that the stuff I'm talking about